Yes. Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing on today? Okay, y'all know it is always exciting to have a Dr. Velma Bagby hanging out with us here at the cafe. She's back, guys. And I'm super duper excited because, oh my goodness, guys, you guys enjoyed the catch that no one wants so much that, okay, of course, you know, she came out with the workbook, okay? The catch that no one wants homework basket. But the latest release, guys, is The Wrong Catch. This is the latest book in the Catch series. We have Queenie hanging out with us today. Hey, Queenie Clem, thank you so much for joining us. Guys, you know how we do it here on the cafe. Like, tag, and share. Tell a friend to come on down and hang out with us at the cafe. So, Dr. Velma, before we get started, and guys, most of the time here at the cafe, we just call her Dr. Velma, okay? So, Dr. Velma, for those who may not know you, introduce yourself to the people, my friend.
Well, I had the wonderful pleasure of getting to know Angela Anderson at my very first Christian Book Lovers Retreat. And I have connected with her ever since. She's just very personable. I am a first-time author at the age of 64 in 2018. I have now have a total of 15 books published, and the last one just recently released in April. I am a certified dating and relationship coach. I'm an ordained minister. I am a wife and mother, married 49 years to my husband, and I'm excited to be able to be here with you all today. So thank you, Angela, for having me.
I love it. I love it. And Dr. Velma, thank you for coming back and hanging out with us here at the cafe. And so, guys, look, Queenie Clem, she is on it. She is wearing her shirt today, too. Dr. Velma and I, we're going to show you our shirts that we're rocking today. And Dr. Velma, Veronica wanted you to know congratulations as well. And Dr. Velma, you know, we got Myra Cook hanging out with us today as well. Thank you so much, Myra, for joining us as well and celebrating the release of Dr. Velma's latest release. It's the latest book in the Catch series, The Wrong Catch. So if y'all remember, last year, Dr. Velma hit the scenes, guys, with the Catch No One Wants. And so we're going to actually talk a little bit about the whole series, and then we're going to talk about The Wrong Catch as well. But you probably noticed that Dr. Velma, she is rocking her The Wrong Catch a t-shirt. So Dr. Velma, I'll allow you to model that one a little bit as well. Dr. Velma is like the queen of swag, guys. Check out her t-shirt. And then I'm representing the Catch No One Wants.
Yes. Let me see yours. Awesome.
So, and guys, these t-shirts are available. I'm sure you can go to Dr. Velma's website, all that good stuff. She'll tell you how you can get our hands on that. She have awesome, amazing swag. Dr. Velma, we're going to talk about a little bit at the end because it's, guys, it's this gold mug. Oh my goodness, for my tea lovers, my coffee lovers, this mug is amazing. So I know Dr. Velma is going to share that with us as well. Dr. Velma, you also have Louise Brown hanging out with us today. Thank you so much, Louise, for joining us. We definitely appreciate that as well. So Dr. Velma, for those who may not be familiar with the Catch series, okay, let's bring them up to speed with what we got going on. Share with us what inspired, and I probably should ask it this way, Dr. Velma, what inspired the Catch That No One Wants? And did you know that it was going to be a series? Because the people spoke.
Yeah, they did. They did. No, I did not know it was going to be a series in April 2022. I thought it was just going to be one novel. Hi, Jennifer. I thought that was going to be it. But the readers asked for more because my own editor, and you know my editor, she said, as she was going through it, she said, oh, wow, the use of fish analogies is genius. I just kind of fell into the utilization of the fish after talking to a fish expert about his favorite fish. And after talking to him, which is my oldest brother, as he described his favorites and described how he caught his favorites, I immediately attached the personalities of the type of men that I wanted to address in the book to each of the fish. And that's how it came to be. just a method
Wow.
of using analogies to discuss the wrong kind of men to date.
Wow, wow. And Dr. Velma, after creating The Wrong Catch and people just really enjoying the story, being ministered to, telling other people about it, I'm sure I'm sharing with you of how this story was definitely beneficial to them and how they knew if they weren't the person, they knew somebody.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Or what have you for that. But you did the homework basket as well. And guys, these two books are still available. Of course, we'll share with you how you can get your hands on them. Yes. But guys, this year, 2023, Dr. Velma is back with The Wrong Catch. First of all, Dr. Velma, I want to talk about the cover a little bit. So the covers are similar. The catch no one wants is black, and The Wrong Catch is purple, and it has some little fire flames up there. Tell us about this cover and how it came to be.
It came about from the very first one, and I have to give the kudos and acknowledge the graphic designer who designed it for me. I did not want to have any kind of ethnicity in the man I wanted to feature on the cover. But I described what the characters were going to be inside the book. So they're fish live in water. So he captivated all of that in their very first design. And I just recently won a book award for the cover design. And
awesome.
Yes, I did. I'm so excited.
Yes.
So I had to write him and tell him, we won. I won for the book, Christian contemporary fiction, and I won for the book cover. So we began there. And as I migrated towards each of those books, I went back and said, okay, this is what this book is going to represent, but I need to keep the theme going. So that's how they came up with the white cover for the nonfiction book. Because my editor, because of who I am, I'm Bible study teacher, women's ministry leader, minister myself, and I had to be careful not to put scripture in a fiction book. So I said, okay, where am I going to put all of this? What if they want to know what the father gave his daughter at the end of the trip? A homework basket full of things she needed to study and rediscover herself. That's where that book came from. It's nonfiction, but the other two are Christian contemporary fiction.
I love it.
Then when I went back for the third time, I said, okay, my readers want more. So it looks like I'm writing another book. So I need a third one similar to the first one. And this is the title. Let me know what you think. And when he came back with that purple background, I fell in love with that cover.
Yes, I love the purple too. And the purple makes me when I see the royal purple, I always think of royalty. Or have you, but I love the cover of these. Now, Dr. Velma, let's talk about these titles. Okay, so the first one, we had The Catch No One Wants, but now you gave us The Wrong Catch. How did you come up with that title? And while you was working on this book, was this your original working title for it, or no, later on the title came to you?
I massaged a few ideas for the title, and it took a minute to really hone in, because as the characters were created, that's what made me think, because you'll see a common theme in the type of men that's in that third book. Whereas the first one, we follow the main character, the pastor's daughter. So the first one was following her story and her journey to discover the catch that she kept ignoring all her life. So it followed her. Whereas the third one, we come back with the main character, Veronica, and her father presenting a conference to the women who are all asking, we want to know more about those fish. And so now it's focused just on the men. It's not focused on the character in the book one, because now she's ready to share what she and her father discovered about the fish analogies.
I love that. And guys, if you are just joining us, I am hanging out with the one and only Dr. Velma Bagby, guys. This is her latest release, The Wrong Catch. This is the second book in the Catch series. The third, but the second book is more nonfiction, and it's the workbook basket. But if you go with the fictional titles, it will be the second book. The Catch No One Wants is is book 1, and then you have the follow-up, which is The Wrong Catch. Now, of course, guys, you know how we do it here. So if you have a question for Dr. Velma, please put it in the comment section. We'll be sure to include you as well. Now, Dr. Velma, the second book in this particular series, can you share with us a little bit, because this one, it goes a little different direction. Can you share with us what inspired the direction that you took this book, The Wrong Catch, and why did you decide to do that? Why did you feel like that was important to go that perspective?
Because at this time, the character in the first book, she resolved her issues. She overcame what she was dealing with in the beginning of the book. So the book concludes with what she did after her father did the intervention when they went fishing. And she got it. She understood it. She appreciated what her father did and began to apply all that she had learned, looked at the homework basket and discovered it, all of that. But when they were inundated with all the women coming up to them, reaching out to them, saying, look, we really want to learn more about the fish, they decided to come together and present this conference. And it ended up being, the first session was 60 women. It was 80 women in the second session. So it was so important that they take their time to present the same fish analogies. Now, in their conference material, they provided the information concerning the fish in the original book. The catfish who loves garbage, the sturgeon who likes to nibble, the salmon who does not like to commit, doesn't want to get caught, and the puffer fish who gets easily agitated, puffs up 3 times his size. Now in the catch, there was another fish called the goldfish. That was the catch no one wanted because something happened. The light went out. It just blinked. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Oh, on my side, must have been my side. The complete screen went black. I apologize. It might be on the recording. I don't know. So that was the whole idea. Okay, that was the whole idea of the title. She did not want him. The catch no one wants. She did not want the one she discovered was hers all along. Jeez.
Right.
So that's what happened. So as they begin their conference, the father surprises her and says, I really need to introduce some other characters, some other fish analogies. So he introduces the trophy fish. And the trophy fish in the fishing world are those fish that are difficult to catch. They're huge. They will fight being caught. They actually fly up out of the water to knock the hook out of its mouth. That's how badly. In a tournament, it's a multi-million-dollar business. And in a tournament, it really, sometimes guys will get tired out trying to catch them. That's how strong they are. So to actually catch one says a lot. They get the bragging rights of catching it, but also win the prize. So in this particular one, we're talking about guys who are a trophy. And so if us as the women are called to be the crown, we both can't take that position. So these guys feel that they are the center of attention all the time. And so therefore, they consider themselves the trophy 24/7, the center of attention. Everybody else is like extras in a movie in their world. And so that's who these guys are in the stories that Grayson used.
I love that. I love that. Now, Dr. Velma, we're gonna switch it up a little bit here because y'all, as I said, Dr. Velma has some amazing swag in her book swag boxes or what have you. And so I was fortunate enough in my swag box, I got some the catch cards, okay? And so Dr. Velma, you see me shuffling these cards, okay? So I'm just gonna pick one and then you gotta tell us what comes to mind when I pick one. And like I said, we'll just do a few and I'm just shuffling through. Okay, and Dr. Velma, I want you to tell me when to stop. Okay, so I'm shuffling through. You tell me when to stop, and then that's what we're gonna talk about.
Stop.
Okay. All right. Let's see, Dr. Velma, and you just shared this one, but it just so happens it says a trophy of fish. Okay, trophy fish. What comes to mind when we talk about trophy fish?
That one in particular, there's 4 characters, and that set of characters are twins, where they take twinning to a whole new level. They're dating, the women they date don't realize they're dating 2 different men. That's how identical they are. In the research, I reached out to my twin nephew, who is about 48 now. I said, I did my research. I said, but tell me, I want to hear your perspective. Is it true that you can sense what your brother is feeling? You can sense. He said, absolutely true. So I wanted to build the characters around those twins. So that's why there's two. They're twins. And they're the pike, called the pikefish, and they're part of the trophy fish. But they, again, same mentality, think they're the center of attention. And so that made it easy for them to share women. And the women didn't know that they were dating two different men.
What? Okay. So guys, Dr. Velma is spilling some tea. Okay. All right, Dr. Velma, let's go to our next round. I'm shuffling. You tell me when to stop, my friend. And let's see what we're going to talk about. Okay. I said Michael.
Oh, Michael is the character that comes back from book 1. He was the most hated character in The Catch No One Wants. Most hated. He opened up the book with leaving the woman at the restaurant. So he comes back.
Dr. Velma, so if anything, if they need to find out who Michael is, the most hated character in The Catch No One Wants, go ahead and get you a copy of that one too, so you'll know what I'm talking about with Michael.
That's right.
So go ahead, Dr. Velma.
Yeah, he comes back. Grayson invites him back because he's gone through some challenges. And then he comes back to present to this group of women who are already hostile towards him because they know he was a wrong catch. And so you know how judgmental we get when we know your reputation. That's your reputation. So he comes back and he makes an effort to explain why he left that woman in the restaurant. And so that's all I'm going to say about him.
Look, because Dr. Velma, because inquiring minds want to know, if you hadn't read the book, why did he leave that woman at the restaurant? Okay. All right, Dr. Velma, let's do it one more time. I am going through, and as soon as you tell me when to stop, my friend.
Stop.
Okay. All right.
I didn't hear you. We had a break.
Oh, sturgeon.
Oh, the sturgeon. Sturgeon is the fish that likes to nibble. So wherever he goes, that's all he's about. He's not, and many of the characters that I mentioned basically are non-committal kind of guys. And so that's all he does. You allow him freedom, he's going to take advantage of that freedom. So that's what the sturgeon does. People who fish for sturgeon fish, the real fish, they hate fishing for them because they can sit there all day thinking that they have some bait on the line, and they don't know the sturgeon is sneaky and has already bitten off the bait.
Look,
so they're sitting there with an empty hook.
And gone.
Gone, right.
Wow. Mm-hmm. I love it. Guys, if you are just joining us, we are having Dr. Bagby on us. Her latest release is The Wrong Catch. It's the second fiction book in the series. And we will definitely be sharing with you of how you can get your hands on a copy of this amazing series. Like I said, Dr. Velma, she hit the world by storm last year with The Catch That No One Wants. Guys, let me just tell you that they fell in love with this book so much that Dr. Velma, she actually had to come up with another book in this series. And not only that, guys, if you, and Dr. Velma will tell you how to do it, if you had signed up for her newsletter a couple of months back, there were even like some extra like little mini books or mini additions to the book as well. So people are really loving this series. But Dr. Velma, I want to ask you, with this last book, the Wrong Catch, what did Dr. Velma enjoy about writing this one?
Let's see. What was my favorite part? I think I enjoyed writing the twin story. I think that was the one I enjoyed the most. I enjoyed writing about the twins and just looking at the dynamics of how they used the twinning and got away with what they got away with. In the story, one does eventually get married, but I won't tell you the outcome of that. But that was one of the ones I enjoyed because my brother that has twins, he has two sets. So it was the boy twins and he had girl twins. Wow. But I was really interested in what my nephew had to say about growing up with his brother. So I think that was the most interesting for me. And that was the most fun.
Wow, so exciting, so exciting. Now, Dr. Velma, of course, I know you're going to read a little snippet for the people on
Mm-hmm.
today. But before you do that, can you share with us what was the research like? I know you shared a little bit about researching the
Mm-hmm.
twins, but with
Mm-hmm.
the characters for this one and the conference and all of that stuff, what was the research like for book 2?
Well, part of my research was conducting a workshop at the Christian Book Lovers Retreat last year. I wanted to
Yes.
sample and see what it would look like if I had live engagement around those conversations, fun engagements.
How
And the
exciting.
women said, please come back. Please come back. And then Riches and Reading said my books kept selling out after the workshop. So I said, okay, that confirms that I need to do more. I need to put more out there. And so, look, the series will be continuing for a minute, Angela. I just want you to know that it's going to continue for a minute.
See,
I'm already
she's
looking
spilling
at,
tea, guys. She's spilling
yes,
tea.
looking at 6 books right now. So a total of 6 in the series.
Wow.
But there's going to be a twist in this next one based on requests. There have been men that have read the book as well
Okay.
and have asked me to address the women who are the wrong catch as well.
Oh,
So
okay. Yes.
at the
Yes.
end of
There's a
this book, there's an announcement at the end, and that you want the spoiler is at the end of the book.
I love that. I love that. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Velma, for joining us. It's just always a delight to have you. And thank you for sharing with us and spilling a little bit of tea as well. Guys, if you have questions for Dr. Velma, be sure to put it in the comment section. We'll be sure to include you as well. And Dr. Velma is going to share just a little snippet, just enough to wet your whistle of the wrong catch.
As they say,
and Dr. Velma, I'll let you set it up, the portion that you're getting ready to share with us.
I'm just going to share a comment from one of the ladies who presented at the conference. Her name is Sherilyn, and I'll just share with you her interaction with the women at the conference. Ladies, I'm ashamed to admit to riding this fake bullet train and embarrassed to say I did so for a couple of months. Remember the 40-day rule? Several women responded, yes. Well, I broke this rule and flew past the 40 days dating a guy who didn't affirm his commitment. It was my big mistake. On the outside, Smalls, his name was Smalls, appeared to be a great catch, but upon closer examination, he was a big fake, a wannabe. But just like me, try telling us ladies that something doesn't add up about a guy, especially when we become captivated by what we see. That's difficult to do. I did not take the time to see what was underneath, the qualities. If you want more evidence demonstrating why this is important, beyond my mistake, ask his ex-wife and the 5 children he fathered and left while chasing his dream. There was loud laughter. Sherilyn paused and smiled while the women laughed for several minutes. In my job, when I put in the work, success is the result. My error in this relationship was seeing this guy in the same way I saw my job, assuming if I commit to him and work hard, I should receive the same results. I learned the hard way and shouldn't have applied the same if I work hard, it will pay off approach I used on my job in this relationship. It didn't work.
Look, Antoinette said, oh my. Look, Antoinette, we need to be clutching. Look, Dr. Velma, we need to be clutching our pearls.
Yes. Yes.
I love it.
Hold on tight.
Thank you so much for that snippet. Look, she left us with some juicy snippet, okay, of the wrong catch. We will definitely be sharing with you of how you can get your hands on a copy of the wrong catch as well. And like we said, the first book in the series is The Catch No One Wants. And then Dr. Velma followed up with The Wrong Catch. And she just spilled a little bit of tea, guys. There will be other books in the Catch series as well. Dr. Velma, we did have a couple of questions in the comment section. Veronica wanted to know a little bit about your writing. She said, what led you to start writing?
In the beginning, the very first book I released was a Christian nonfiction and was based on conversations I had with my adult daughters about men. They asked me to really kind of give them my perspective about why their question was, why are men so slow? So we went into that conversation, had several of them, went into scripture, etc. And I thought that was the approach I was supposed to use. And it was my two daughters that encouraged me to write about it because they started telling their friends. and the friends were asking more questions about some of the things we talked about. And so they suggested I put it in a book. So it was really my daughter's. It wasn't my plan. I had retired after working 38 years. And when that came about, it was those two girls who suggested that I write. And that was my very first book.
Oh, wow. Wow. Mm-hmm. Great question too, Veronica. Thank you for asking that question. Now, Dr. Velma, for you, what is something that most readers don't know about Dr. Velma? Can you spill a little bit of tea about Dr. Velma?
Sure. Let me see. What can I spill? I said I'm a mother, married to a pastor. I love singing. I came from a singing family.
Okay.
If you look at the 45, if you look at some old 45s, you'll probably find my dad's gospel group. He sang with the group, and he was also singing with Joe Simon before he left gospel and decided to go into blues. And he's a Grammy Award winner, by the way. So my roots are growing up in a singing household, rehearsals, and all of that was always in my house. And so I love singing. And you know how it is. They said that siblings who sing, there's something unique about their harmonies. That's how it feels when I'm standing next to my sister, my two daughters, and just singing. We just blend.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Wow. Look, that is something that most readers don't know about you. Wow. Oh, that is super cool. I love that. I love it. Dr. Velma, you know we have to play a round of this or that, my friend. Yes. Let me know when you're ready.
Mm-hmm. I'm ready.
All right, Dr. Velma. Big city or small town?
Big city.
Big city or small town? Big city?
Big city.
I love it. I love it. Okay, and Dr. Velma, are you glass half full or glass half empty?
Half full. Always.
I love that. I love that. All right, Dr. Velma, ebook or podcast?
Ebook.
Okay. I love it. I love it. And of course, guys, you already know Dr. Velma.
Unless it's this one.
Huh?
Unless it's this one.
Yeah, but in case you don't know her answer, Dr. Velma, are you team tea or are you team coffee, my friend?
I used to be team tea, but lately it's been coffee.
Okay. And Dr. Velma, speaking of coffee, if you can show them that nice mug that they can have their tea or their coffee in.
This is called a cup of gold.
I love that. I love that, guys.
Go for the gold.
That out. Yes, I love that. I love that. And of course, guys, you know that there is a giveaway on this evening. I'm going to allow Velma to share with you what her giveaway is going to be on today. And also, Dr. Velma, after you share your giveaway, and we do that, I'll also let you share the swag that people can get in addition to getting the book. As well.
Giveaway
so
today
that's what the giveaway on today is going to be.
It's going to be a set of the catch cards. 7 catch cards. You get to be introduced to all
those cards that we played a little bit with today.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I love that.
And
Dr. Velma, Jennifer said the mug is beautiful, and she won one as well. Congratulations, Jennifer, as well. It is beautiful. I have one too. And Ro Brady said, me too. So guys, a lot of people have that gold mug.
Yeah, but not the catch cards
as well. So guys, you're gonna get this card. Okay.
There's 7.
All right.
And
I love it. So Dr. Velma, they're getting a book and the cards.
They're getting the
yes. So
the cards and the t-shirt.
The book and cards or the book and the t-shirt, and we'll let you.
Which one?
So cards and a t-shirt. Got it. Okay. So Dr. Velma, so you can choose, guys. You can either get the book with the cards, or you can get the book or the t-shirt. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Yes. So whoever the winner is, once you inbox us your information, let us know whether you want the book with the cards or the book with the t-shirt. Okay. So Dr. Velma, you know how we do it here. We're gonna go up and down the comment section, my friend, and you tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay. Look, Antoinette with her, oh my. So Antoinette, you are let us know if you want the book and the cards or if you want the book and a t-shirt, and we'll make sure that we get you that information. So thank you so much. Congratulations, my friend. I love that. I love that. I love that. So, Dr. Velma, the time goes by so fast, my friend.
Know.
But I want you to share with us how can they stay connected with you?
I am in the process of getting my website redone. So I'm still pointing everybody back to my old website for now, except you cannot sign up for the newsletter at this time. You can send me an email. Okay. If you're interested in any of the swag, you can send me an email at info@drvelma.com. All of my books are available right now on Amazon, so feel free to go to Amazon to pick them up. If you'd like to get an autographed copy, you can always send me that message to info@drvelma.com. The only book that's available on Amazon right now is the ebook. You can get the paperback either directly from me or go to richesinreading.com. They have my paperback available. And I'm just going to leave it there like that. I will load the paperback on Amazon a little later. I just want to push Riches in Reading right now because they've been great in handling my book. So I'm looking forward to you guys purchasing from her. And by the way, there's one more swag box that you can win by purchasing your book from Riches in Reading. They've already distributed two. Two have already been mailed out, but there's a third one that's still available. In that swag box, you get the t-shirt.
I love it. You guys
card. I'm sorry.
The paperback is that's going to be. There is one more swag box. That is awesome, Dr. Velma. Yes. As well as if you would like to pay the paperback, you can order that from Riches in Reading as well. Yes. We'll be sure to put the link in the comment section, and of course, the ebooks are available on Amazon. Make sure that you are following Dr. Velma. You can follow her here on Facebook. You can follow her on Instagram as well. You can also send her an email as well. So make sure that you guys are doing that. Yeah, that. And then she also how you can get your hands on a copy. And like we said, the first book in the series is The Catch That No One Wants. And then, of course, you have the homework basket that you can get as well. And then, of course, her latest release, The Wrong Catch, as well. Dr. Velma, thank you so much for hanging out with us here at the cafe and sharing with us about your latest release, The Wrong Catch. Look, and spilling a little bit of tea, but I want to allow you to have the last words of what you want to say.
I just want to say thank you to all the readers. They have inspired me and really encouraged me. I've heard of series before. It was never my goal to set out and write a series, but the readers have encouraged me to write this series, and I'm loving every bit of it. So thank you all for your support, and I'm glad I got a chance to share this time with you, Angela.
I love it. I love it. Guys, thank all of you for hanging out with us on today. If you were watching us here on Facebook and you sent stars, thank you so much. I'm always appreciative of when you guys send stars. If you would like to send stars, look down in the comment section. There's a shooting star. Send as many stars as you would like. Again, I'm always appreciative of that. Be sure you can follow me on and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is Angela Anderson YouTube. And of course, you can follow us right here on Facebook, Angela Anderson Presents. Make sure you are following Dr. Velma Bagby on her social medias. You can send her an email, all of that good stuff. And guys, once you read any of the books in the series, be sure to leave a review. I know that Dr. Velma will be so appreciative of you guys leaving her a review as well. Go out, get you a copy of The Wrong Catch as well. Dr. Velma, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank all of you for hanging out with us as well. And Dr. Velma, as we always say, have an amazing day because we're having an amazing day. Mm-hmm. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.
The Wrong Catch.